bite your tongue and says, I would still come to work. And you leave it at that. And if they want to believe it, let them believe it. But you know what you're going to do. And so through much waiting, because there was a waiting list at the Coppice Hospital, I started. And no one could tell me that I would do mental nursing. And I went, and it's a long story because matron didn't tell me that I was going into PTS, preliminary training school, straight away. Went there, the snow, that time I was little, when I step, the snow get up and it got in my boots. When the wind blow, because it's open, I wave that way and I'm saying, please God, don't let me drop in the ditch or I'm going to come out of it. And I had to go to St. Anne's where the school was. And then I was really on a roll, because from that day I went to the Coppice Hospital. I didn't look back. And then there's all the racism coming. The matron, she was brilliant. But some of the others, can you imagine going to work on Christmas morning and see over the kitchen door a line of gollywogs over the door?
What, being put there?
Yes, but this other sister, she put it up there. And as you know, actions speak louder than voice. And if you don't have a strong constitution, you yourself would be mad.
Yeah, I do believe that.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some of the things you have to swallow.
Put up with, yeah.
I mean, everybody know your business. They know that you have 2 children. They know that you're dependent on this job to look after them and yourself. And every time they can put tack, what I call tack, for you to stand on, they'll do it. And that is all what we had to contend with. And then from that I went on to the city, another good matron, went on the district, brilliant. The midwife I had, we were friends, and I was the last person she saw the night before she died. She didn't even know she was going to die. And that's it. And then there's the prejudice. I always wanted to be a health visitor. Why? My cousin back home was a health visitor. And she have on this not grey, beige uniform, and I always wanted to walk with my sling bag around my shoulder and walk down South Camp Road. Why South Camp Road? Don't ask me. In town, with
that
my
was
bag.
A dream,
That was my dream. And I'm getting to it, and then come the black card. Prejudice card. Because Nottingham was famous for that.
Still is.
You had who did they have for chief constable? I can't pronounce his name, Pocostis or something. Look it up, ask the computer who was chief constable in 1966 in Nottingham. He was coming from South Africa. The apartheid state, that's what they put down there. And when they come, I wrote to him and told him certain things, and I'm sorry with moving up and down, I lost the letter. He wrote back and said the police were doing their job. They used to come at my door knocking, knowing that I've got children and I'm going to work. And God bless Mr. Irons, he's gone now. But before that, I was accepted at Leicester. And he met me and he said, what you doing? I said, oh, you know that thing? He says, yes. He says, I got in at Leicester. Where you go Leicester for? But that's how we used to talk. And I told him, I said, nothing, I'm prejudiced, man. He said, no, man, forget Leicester, go for the interview, right, please. And I went, cut a long story short, I got through to be the first health visitor trained for Nottingham. Listen carefully, I'm not saying I'm the first health visitor ever black to be trained for Nottingham. they had health visitors coming from Africa and other counties to do their health visitors training. When they finished, they go. But they paid me a bursary, and after that I had to work for them for a year, and I carried on. And those were some of the happiest days of my life. But it was a rough road.
So Mrs. A talked at length and very well about the prejudice, the discrimination. I want to get a bit more of your experience of it. So in relation to work, how was it finding work in the first place for any of you?
I found a job very easy. I'll just get a job anywhere I go very easy. Not very hard at all.
Why do you think it was easy? Was there something that you did differently? Was it because you made friends with people? Why was it easy for you, do you think?
Well, perhaps I need someone,
Okay.
and the paper what I fill up, it was all right. And they said I could start it tomorrow or next week. But I will used to get a job very easy.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah,
And
I think. Sorry. Go.
Yes. So my first job, I work at mineral water factory in Redgate. I worked there a little, but I never like it with the water and the thing, what sometimes is tummy. And I left there and I went to a paper factory on Elkistan Road. I was living on Elkistan Road, really, off Elkistan Road. And then I was sick. I took sick and I was off for a year. I was in the hospital. And then when I went back, I stopped work. I packed it up, really, and I went to Pliers. And then I got pregnant. And I started to have the children there fast. And then I couldn't work. I was just a housewife.
No, not
And
just
then-
a housewife.
No, just a housewife.
Just a
And when they
housewife.
grow, no, I went to girl high school, and that's where I finished. Because my husband took sick, he was poorly, and I had to pack it up. I finished work quite a long time, before 60 years.
Thelma,
But I do enjoy my work, what I was doing.
can I ask
and
you,
everybody-
Thelma, did you experience any kind of prejudice, any
No,
discrimination?
no. We all were friendly. Anywhere I work, really, we get along
Yeah.
all right.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good.
Anyone else?
I can remember leaving
Good job,
school in the 70s, 1973, 74. And Mum says, go and try Boots. I went to Boots on Station Street then. That was where the recruitment office was. And I was interviewing and I got a job straight away. And then I was recruited to go to the factory in Beeston to work in the factory.
Yeah.
And whilst I was there, within like a couple of months, I saw the supervisor. I can remember Mrs. Pearl. She was always watching me and observing me. And one day she came to me and says to me, would I like to be the office girl? So she took me off the shop floor and makeup.
Yeah.
And I was trained to be like the assistant, really, like collecting, like when those days you had to clock in and collect the cards and hand out the overalls and stuff. So I was lucky in that respect.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I was the only black girl then. And I did get a lot of murmurs, ooh, what she got, what I ain't got, and this was like next episode. So just,
Yeah.
I've always had a strong character from my upbringing with my grandparents in the Caribbean. Because my grandma, she was tiny, but she was very stoic. Yeah, little much talawa. And she always says to me, don't let anyone put you down. If you're going to do something, do it to your best of your ability. So maybe that's what the supervisor saw when I was made office girl. I was at Boots for a while, and I went from there. They sent me to college. I did a bit of shorthand. So, and it's followed through in my working life. So I left Boots and I went and trained and worked in social services and whatever schools I've worked in to be a nursery nurse. I've always been lucky until this day. I'm still in social services with work with disability, but I've always sort of like climbed. Yeah.
Thank you, Barbara.
You know, it's about supporting each
Yeah.
other. My son, he did admit that he did go through racism, but it's for us to help one another. If I have knowledge is power. So if I know something that's going to help a young person or help anybody here, we're to share it. We're not to say, well, for me pick me eye right, for me pick me eye get in that trouble. No, that's not it, because my child is your child. Because when they're walking down the street, white people don't know who the child belongs to. So we become selfish because some of our children have got high jobs and in good position and whatever. We look down on those children that are not doing so well. And not everybody's academically wise. You know, not everybody can sit in front of a computer. So we have to support them. We have to find, I've got a cousin, he cannot read and write, he's 17.
But he's got other skills though.
That's it, he's good with his hands. He's good with his hands, he's very good at gardening. So what the family have done, to keep him out of trouble and give him money, we've said to him, right, you're going to go around all your family and you're going to do our gardening. He's so happy because he's like, I'm getting paid, right? I'm getting paid, and for once somebody's actually investing time and money in him. So it's not about, yes, education is important, but not everybody's academically
I bet he knows about agriculture though, and plants and stuff. So that's his education.
That's his education. But it's for us.
That's a good thing.
It's for us
to bring it out,
and to encourage him. So what I've said is, I will give you £50 towards buying your tools, right? But you better buy the tools. You better buy them. You understand? You better buy them. His father's helping, so it's for us to help each other. And then you say to him, right? At the moment he's chopping down one of our cousins who's got a field, right? But it's for us to support him, and he feels really good. But like I said to him, you blow it, I ain't helping you again. You understand? So we've got to encourage and nurture our young people. You know,
we say to our young people, find yourself a mentor, an elder, learn something, and go out there and do your own thing. It's harsh out there for our young people.
I echo that, especially for the men.
Yeah.
For our young men. So I think the key for them would be to educate themselves and just let the system work for them, and then go and do their own thing.